The 3 titles we've won with the Vodacom Bulls was an amazing feeling. I think each one of them is special. But I think for me the one playing against the Chiefs in 2009, beat them 61-17, was quite a great win for us and a great final. And playing at Loftus was just made it more special. And then the one playing against the Stormers as well in 2010. We played in Orlando. I think one of my 2 best games. Played the Crusaders, played the Stormers in Orlando. The atmosphere was something you can't describe. So I think those 2 finals and the first one against the Sharks was also, I was on the bench, but it was also a good one. So all 3 of them is special to me. For every little boy in South Africa, every person in South Africa, your dream is to play for South Africa. It doesn't matter if you play rugby, cricket, netball, whatever you play. You wanna be the best in the world, the best in your country, play for South Africa. So for me, just to get that first run into the field in Durban against the British Lions.
And Mornè Steyn is coming on as well to win his first cap for Rowan Pienaar. Steyn.
Just to play against them, it only happens once in every 12 years. So for me, that was quite a big achievement. And
this for the series win. It's got the distance. Steyn! Mornè Steyn has won the game for South Africa.
Every game there is some big ones. There's some big games I can remember, but for me, just every game, just to run into the field for the Springboks is an amazing feeling and a big achievement for me. Yes, I must say it was quite a difficult decision at that time, leaving South Africa to go overseas. I had 2 great options in France, actually both in Paris. So in the end of the year tour with the Springboks, I went for 1 day to France to visit both clubs, and my decision came to Stade Français, and my 6 years there was a great time. So I think it was the right decision. Yeah, I must say playing under Coach Annika Maya was a big thing. I started in my career at 18 years old, played Vodacom under Annika. So that was good. I won some trophies with him as well. And then he came to Stade Français, and we spoke along. We spoke along on the phone before he came, and I told him it's going to be tough times coming up. It's not that easy to coach in France, and the French people don't want to change. So yeah, it was quite I think we had some good times together at Stade Français, but it was quite a difficult time. He couldn't speak the language. It was a big thing. But yeah, I still enjoyed every day with him on the training field and at the games, wherever we were. If you get to the supporters in France, they're just on the next level. Doesn't matter if you win or lose, they're always behind you. Our stadium was about not as big as in South Africa, but most of the weekend it was packed. There was always a good vibe. Doesn't matter if you lose 2 or 3 games at home. Every weekend they're there supporting you. And I think South Africans as supporters, we can learn something from them. To always be behind your team and stay positive with the team. It's not always gonna go your way. You're not always gonna win. But that's one thing we can maybe learn from them, is to stay positive, stay behind your team, and back them all the way. Every year the rugby is just getting better and better in France. I think if you play there, you see some amazing players there. Someone you never heard of, play for Fiji or play for Tonga or teams like that. So I think every year the rugby in France is improving a lot, and especially with the wet conditions, it is quite a slower, physical game there. But yeah, me as a flyhalf, we had a great time there. I think my rugby improved a little bit there. So I think the wet conditions and the tough times and cold days helped me there. So it's great to be back in South Africa. Hopefully I can use some of those things I've learned there. The plan for coming back to South Africa wasn't always there. I thought I was gonna finish in France, but yeah, I had the opportunity. My contract finished as a World Cup joker in France with Stade Français, and I had the opportunity. I took a chance and contacted the Bulls, see if there's maybe an option for me, and yeah, luckily they came through, and I'm glad to be here with the Bulls again and to finish my career where it all started. I started at 18 years old at the Bulls, and now hopefully I can still play another 2, maybe 3 years, you never know.
Currently stands on 125 Super Rugby games. This is his 125th, and I can't even tell you how many points he's got. It's broken my calculator, and he's got 3 more.